So get ready now or face the unthinkable. In just a few weeks, millions of Americans could find themselves without food as wars break out, supply chains crumble, and store shelves empty. This is your last warning. Prices will surge and government aid won't be available. Act now to secure your essentials or risk having nothing left. Don't delay any longer. Stock up on these 30 critical items before the end of September to ensure you and your family are prepared for what lies ahead. Move quickly or deal with the dire consequences. Number 30, peanut oil. Are you really going to pass up on peanut oil? Think again. Peanut oil is one of the most versatile and indispensable cooking fats you can stockpile. Here's why it boasts a high smoke point, meaning you can fry, salt, and cook nearly anything with it without fear of it spoiling quickly like some other oils. Plus, you'll want to go for trusted brands like Planters or Luena. They're tried and true. Picture this. The power's out, you're relying on an open flame or gas stove, and the last thing you need is an oil that burns too quickly or goes rancid. Peanut oil steps in as more than just a cooking aid. It's a survival tool. Ignore this essential and you're setting yourself up for a culinary disaster when your food either burns or sticks to the pan. That type of frustration is the last thing you need in an already tough situation. Number 29, apple cider vinegar. All right, folks, let's get real. Are you seriously considering skipping out on apple cider vinegar? You've got to be kidding me. Whether it's Bragg, Heinz, or any other brand, this miracle liquid should be front and center in your pantry. Apple cider vinegar isn't just a tangy addition to your salad dressings. Oh, no. It's a multi-purpose powerhouse that can save you in a pinch. When your food starts to spoil, or your immune system takes a hit, this stuff comes to the rescue. We need to preserve food or sandy surfaces? Apple cider vinegar has got you covered. Think bottled water and canned goods are enough? Think again. Without apple cider vinegar, you're setting yourself up for a bacterial nightmare. This versatile liquid can extend the shelf life of fresh produce, clean your cooking equipment, and even help fend off illnesses when medical supplies are running low. Seriously, if you're not stockpiling apple cider vinegar right now, you're making a colossal mistake. Don't wait, grab it before it's too late. Number 28, instant mashed potatoes. I think instant mashed potatoes aren't good enough for your pantry. Think again. Whether you're a fan of Idaho or Betty Crocker, these shelf-stable flakes should be at the top of your stockpile list. Why? Instant mashed potatoes are a survival essential, plain and simple. First off, they're incredibly lightweight, making them easy to store and transport. With just a bit of water, you can whip up a hearty meal in minutes. They're not just convenient, they're also packed with calories, providing you with much-needed energy when food supplies dwindle. When you're exhausted and stressed, these quick-to-prepare calories can be a real lifesaver, serving up a comforting hot meal in no time. Don't disregard instant mashed potatoes as just a side dish. Consider them a versatile, calorie-dense staple that will keep you nourished when options are limited. If you overlook them now, the cold, hard reality could hit you later. Stockpile them today and ensure you're prepared for whatever comes your way. Number 27, white vinegar. If white vinegar isn't currently on your radar, it should be. Whether it's Heinz or a store brand, the specific type doesn't matter, just make sure you have it. White vinegar stands out as one of the most versatile and essential items you can stockpile in your pantry. Beyond its common uses for pickling and cleaning, white vinegar emerges as a vital survival tool in critical situations. Imagine a scenario where the power goes out and refrigeration becomes a far-off luxury. This is where white vinegar steps in as your trusty ally. You can preserve a variety of foods, sanitize surfaces, and even whip up a makeshift disinfectant. I think bleach or other cleaning products will save the day. Think again. Without white vinegar, you leave yourself exposed to an array of harmful germs and bacteria. Your well-stocked canned goods won't matter if unsanitary conditions make you sick. Understanding the importance of cleanliness and preservation in survival situations can make all the difference. Don't wait until it's too late. Stock up on white vinegar now and secure your health and well-being for the future. Number 26, honey. If you're thinking sugar will suffice, think again. Honey, especially raw, unprocessed honey from reputable brands like Nature and Oats or your local farm, is what you need to stockpile immediately. This isn't just about having a sweet treat on hand, it's about survival. Honey never spoils, making it the perfect long-term pantry staple. Packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, it's a powerhouse of nutrition your body will crave when fresh food becomes scarce. But here's where honey truly shines. It's nature's own antibacterial agent. You can use it to treat wounds, soothe sore throats, and shield your immune system from collapsing when everything else fails. I don't make the mistake of relying on processed sugar, which will do nothing but rot your teeth and spike your blood sugar. Honey is crucial for survival, and overlooking it could be one of the biggest mistakes you make. Trust us, when you're left with nothing but regrets, you'll wish you had stockpiled honey. So act now, get your hands on this liquid gold before it's too late. Number 25, canned evaporated milk. Hey, don't overlook canned evaporated milk. You might think it's only useful for grandma's fudge recipe, but it's so much more. Whether you side with Carnation or Nestle, just make sure you stock up. This pantry staple is a total game changer, especially when fresh dairy becomes a distant memory. With a shelf life lasting years, canned evaporated milk can transform your coffee, elevate your baking, and add a creamy touch to soups and sauces. But there's more to it than meets the eye. Packed with essential nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, canned evaporated milk will provide the sustenance your body needs when your regular diet takes a hit. Imagine facing a bleak existence without even the comfort of a creamy cup of coffee. Horrifying, right? Skipping out on this means setting yourself up for weak bones and a compromised immune system. So, don't make that mistake. Stock up on canned evaporated milk now before you find yourself stuck with nothing but powdered creamer and a lifetime of regret. Number 24, shelf-stable cheese. You think cheese is a luxury? Think again. Picture this, the power's out, and your gourmet brie is now a fuzzy science experiment in the fridge. Enter Velveeta Kraft Singles or any kind of processed shelf-stable cheese product. This savior of the snack world is often overlooked, but it's time to give it the spotlight it deserves. Shelf-stable cheese is not only convenient, but also a powerhouse of fats and proteins, essential for keeping your energy levels high when you need it the most. Why settle for a bland, uninspiring diet when you can have a versatile, protein-packed delight in your pantry? Whether you're slapping it on a sandwich, melting it over canned chili, or simply munching on it straight from the packaging, shelf-stable cheese can transform your emergency food stash from drab to fab. Ignoring this staple might seem like the sophisticated choice now, but come crunch time, you'll wish you had it. I don't be the one regretting their choices when comfort becomes a rare commodity. Stock up on shelf-stable cheese before the end of September, or brace yourself for the grim reality of a flavorless existence when the going gets tough. Number 23. Baking soda. Seriously, are you overlooking baking soda? This tiny box of wonder is an absolute must-have for anyone prepping for the unexpected. Whether it's Arm Hammer or any other brand, you need to get your hands on this versatile powerhouse now. Why? Because baking soda is far more than just a baking ingredient. It's a survival necessity and truly a jack of all trades. Imagine running out of yeast. Baking soda steps in as a natural leavening agent. Ran out of toothpaste. You can use it to brush your teeth. But it doesn't stop there. Baking soda is a cleaning dynamo, capable of deodorizing and scrubbing everything from your kitchen surfaces to your clothes. It's also a first aid essential, perfect for neutralizing acid burns and soothing insect bites. If you think you can survive without this multipurpose miracle powder, think again. Failing to stockpile baking soda could leave you in a bind, facing a world of unnecessary challenges. So be smart and add baking soda to your list of must-have preps before the end of September. Trust us, you'll thank us later. Number 22, Bouillon Cubes. Ignoring Bouillon Cubes is a rookie mistake you can't afford to make. Whether it's Knorr or Maggi or any other brand, these tiny flavor powerhouses will be your savior when you're tired of eating bland, uninspired meals day after day. Without Bouillon Cubes in your stockpile, you're setting yourself up for a diet that's as boring as it is tasteless. Bouillon Cubes are incredibly versatile. They're not just for soup, and they can transform a simple pot of rice or a can of beans into something much more flavorful and enjoyable. Each cube is packed with concentrated flavor, tons of salt, and seasoning you're going to crave when all you have are basic staples to survive. Besides, Bouillon Cubes are shelf-stable and lightweight, making them super easy to store. No need for refrigeration. If you're thinking Bouillon Cubes are an essential, think again. Your taste buds will thank you for adding these to your stockpile. Don't make the mistake of overlooking Bouillon Cubes. Stock up now or prepare yourself for a future of tasteless, monotonous meals when you're already stressed out and on edge. Make the smart choice, add these to your stockpile right away. 21. Instant rice, your lifesaver. I think instant rice is just for those lazy dinners. Think again. This underrated hero should top your list when you're stockpiling essentials. Whether it's Minute Rice or Uncle Ben's, snag it now before you're left in the lurch. Instant rice isn't just for quick meals, it's a survival staple. Why? Because it cooks in minutes, saving valuable fuel and energy, both of which can be in short supply during tough times. This pantry powerhouse is lightweight, easy to store, and oh so versatile. Pair it with your canned goods, throw in some Bouillon Cubes, or mix it with whatever leftovers you've got to whip up a filling meal. Here's the kicker. When you're too exhausted or pressed for time, instant rice is a godsend. And if you think you can rely on raw grains alone, think twice. Long cooking times can steal valuable resources and add unnecessary stress when you're in survival mode. Number 20. Powdered eggs. Let's talk about an overlooked gem in emergency food storage: powdered eggs. You might be thinking fresh eggs will always be available, but think again. When supply chains break down and refrigeration is a luxury, powdered eggs from trusted brands like Augustin Farms will be your best buddy. Why, you ask? Well, powdered eggs are shelf-stable, meaning they won't spoil and they're packed with essential protein. These babies are unbelievably versatile. You can whip up scrambled eggs for breakfast, use them in baking those delicious morale-boosting cookies, or even add some richness to your soups and casseroles. In a pinch, they'll work in almost any recipe that calls for fresh eggs. If you're not already stockpiling powdered eggs, you're missing out on a vital survival food. Imagine a future where your diet is lacking in protein and essential nutrients. Grim, right? Avoid that scenario by adding powdered eggs to your emergency stash now. Don't wait. Your future self will thank you when you're well-nourished, strong, and ready to face whatever comes your way. So get your act together and secure your protein supply with powdered eggs before it's too late. Number 19, canned pineapple. Think you can skip out on canned pineapple? Think again. Brands like Dole, Del Monte, or any other that you can get your hands on should be a staple in your emergency stockpile. I don't underestimate the importance of fruit, especially when fresh produce becomes a distant memory. Trust us, you'll want that canned pineapple to stave off a vitamin C deficiency when the veggies and oranges are long gone. Why? Because canned pineapple isn't just a delicious treat to satisfy your sweet tooth. It comes loaded with essential vitamins, minerals, and natural sugars that will keep your energy levels up when other supplies are dwindling. The natural enzymes in pineapple aid digestion, which will be crucial when you're surviving on a less than ideal diet. Plus, let's talk versatility. The juice can double as a refreshing drink or serve as a flavorful base for sauces and marinades. This will bring some much needed variety to your meals in tough times. If you're thinking about skipping canned pineapple, you might as well start preparing for scurvy and a flavorless, nutrition-deficient diet. Don't make that mistake. Prioritize canned pineapple in your stockpile now. Your future self will thank you when essential nutrients and flavorful options are in short supply. Number 18, Blackstrap Molasses. You think you can survive without a good source of energy and nutrients? Now think again. And this time really let it sink in. If you're not already stockpiling Blackstrap Molasses, you might be making one of the biggest mistakes of your life. Whether it's plantation, Brea Rabbit, or Grandma's secret stash, get your hands on whatever you can. Because when things get bad, this isn't just an ordinary sweetener. It's your lifeline. Blackstrap Molasses isn't just another sugary syrup. It's a nutrient powerhouse packed into every drop. This essential must-have is bursting with iron, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. These critical nutrients will be your saving grace when fresh food becomes a luxury of the past. Without them, you're looking at serious health risks, anemia, weakened bones, muscle cramps, and a body that's barely holding on while you're trying to stay afloat. But let's talk energy. Think you can push through endless stress and fatigue without something substantial to keep you fueled? Absolutely not. Blackstrap Molasses is your go-to for natural, long-lasting energy, perfect for keeping you on your feet when the world feels like it's collapsing around you. Number 17, powdered milk. Now, some of you might be thinking, why should I bother with powdered milk when fresh milk is everywhere? But let me tell you, in times of crisis, when grocery store shelves are barren and the dairy section is a deserted wasteland, powdered milk will be your unsung hero. Think of brands like Carnation or Nestle's Nido. These bad boys have an impressive shelf life and are packed with essential nutrients like calcium, protein, and vitamins. But wait, there's more. Powdered milk isn't just a backup plan for your morning coffee or cereal. It's incredibly versatile. You can use it in baking, cooking, or even as a refreshing drink when fresh milk is nowhere to be found. Picture this: power outages, supply chain disruptions, or any unexpected event, fresh milk will vanish in the blink of an eye. I don't kid yourself thinking you can get by on water or what's left in your fridge. Without powdered milk, you're risking bone weakness, nutritional deficiencies, and a whole lot of regret. So what are you waiting for? Stockpiling powdered milk now could be the difference between nutritional security and a desperate scramble for nutrients. I don't get caught unprepared. Make powdered milk a staple in your emergency pantry today. Number 16, canned fish. Let's get serious for a moment. If you're not stocking up on canned fish right now, you're missing out on one of the most vital food items for your emergency pantry. Picture this: tuna, salmon, sardines, mackerel, whatever you can get your hands on. Just make sure you choose quality brands like Bumblebee, Starkist, or Wild Planet. These little cans are nutritional powerhouses packed with protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and essential nutrients that can sustain you and keep you strong when times get tough. Think you can get by without a convenient source of protein and healthy fats? Think again. Without canned fish, you might face a future where your body has to break down muscle for energy, leaving you tired, weak, and vulnerable to illness. Canned fish doesn't require refrigeration, has a long shelf life, and can even be eaten straight from the can if necessary. It's the ultimate survival food. If you haven't started stockpiling canned fish yet, you're setting yourself up for a risky, undernourished existence. It's time to wake up, hit the grocery store, and start hoarding this essential item before you regret it. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Number 15, canned pumpkin. I can already hear you chuckling, but trust me, this one's no joke. You're seriously missing out if you overlook canned pumpkin. Brands like Libby's or Organic Valley offer cans that are absolute lifesavers. And no, it's not just for Thanksgiving pies. Imagine this: it's late September and fresh vegetables are hard to come by. That's when you'll be grateful you've stocked up on canned pumpkin. This underrated superfood is brimming with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. It's a nutritional ace in the hole, perfect for soups, stews, baking, or even as a side dish. Canned pumpkin does more than just fill your belly. It supports a strong immune system and keeps your digestive health in check. Neglecting to stock up on this powerhouse could leave you with glaring nutritional gaps. So, don't be the person who thinks, I'll pass on the canned pumpkin. Trust me, you'll regret it. Number 14, cornmeal. Are you seriously overlooking cornmeal? If so, you're missing out on one of the most versatile and essential items for your pantry. Think about trusted brands like Quaker or Bob's Red Mill. These are names you can depend on. Cornmeal is not just a cornerstone of American cuisine, it's a survival necessity. You can whip up delicious cornbread, hearty polenta, or even use it as a breading for any protein you manage to get your hands on. But here's what you might be oblivious to: cornmeal has a long shelf life and is incredibly filling. It's packed with calories and requires minimal effort to prepare. It's an absolute must-have in any serious stockpile. If you're ignoring this, you're setting yourself up for a future where you're hungry, desperate, and kicking yourself for not having taken this advice. Get smart and stock up now, or brace yourself for the dire consequences of being ill-prepared. Number 13, hardtack. Yes, I'm talking about hardtack. Now, you might be tempted to laugh it off, thinking I'm too modern, too sophisticated for this ancient survival food, but let me set the record straight: you're gravely mistaken. Hardtack isn't just some relic of the past, it's the unsung hero of survival rations that has stood the test of time. I think about it: soldiers in the Civil War, sailors braving the high seas, they all relied on hardtack because they understood its value. It's practically indestructible and boasts a shelf life that any modern food would envy. When all those so-called cutting-edge survival foods are long gone, guess who's still going to be around? Yep, hardtack. Packed with essential calories, it's a reliable source to keep you going when other options are scarce. Dismissing hardtack as outdated could be your biggest mistake when the going gets tough. So stop underestimating this powerhouse and start stockpiling it, unless you want to end up starving while chewing on your misplaced pride. Number 12, instant coffee. Think you can survive without coffee? Think again. Whether you're a fan of Folgers, Nescafé, or Maxwell House, it's time to stock up. You might laugh and tell yourself that coffee isn't essential, but wait until you're in the thick of a real crisis. That caffeine withdrawal is going to hit you like a freight train on top of everything else. Instant coffee isn't just a luxury, considered a mental lifeline when sleep is a distant memory and every second counts. Beyond just a pick-me-up, coffee is a powerful morale booster. Imagine the comfort of a hot cup amidst chaos. It's priceless. And let's not forget, it can be an invaluable bartering tool when reality bites hard. So don't be foolish. Hoard instant coffee like your sanity depends on it, because it just might. If you neglect this, you'll find yourself brewing dandelion roots and desperately pretending it's the real thing. Trust me, when that hot cup of joe is the only thing keeping you going, you'll thank yourself. Number 11, vinegar-based hot sauce. We're talking about the staple that should grace every pantry: Tabasco, Frank's Red Hat, or any reliable vinegar-based hot sauce you can find. If these fiery saviors aren't on your stockpile list, you're courting a flavorless disaster. Let's get real for a minute. Hot sauce isn't just a zesty condiment, it's a survival essential. Imagine choking down bland and repetitive meals day after day. Now, picture how a splash of hot sauce can transform that monotony into a delightful culinary escape. It's not just about adding flavor or heat, it's about enhancing your whole eating experience when everything else seems bleak. And here's a pro tip: vinegar-based hot sauces have a nearly indefinite shelf life, even without refrigeration. They become your flavor savior when fresh supplies run thin and your stockpile of ingredients ages. A dash of hot sauce can mask the taste of food that's seen better days, making it more palatable and keeping your morale up in tough times. So, if you want to avoid soul-crushing, flavorless meals when things get rough, now is the time to stock up on those little bottles of spicy goodness. Number 10, saltine crackers. Are you seriously overlooking saltine crackers? It's time to wake up and take action. Whether it's Nabisco Premium or Keebler Club crackers, these are a must-have for any well-prepared pantry. Saltine crackers might not be glamorous, but they're an absolute essential that you're going to regret not having when times get tough. Why are they so important, you ask? Saltine crackers are shelf-stable, easy to digest, and incredibly versatile. They're perfect for when your stomach can't handle anything too heavy, providing a quick, simple source of calories. Plus, they can be paired with almost anything. Think peanut butter, canned meats, or whatever you have left in your pantry. And let's not forget the critical role they play when you're under the weather. When you're sick or injured and need something bland to keep you nourished, saltine crackers are a lifesaver. Ignoring them is akin to setting yourself up for a miserable, nutrient-deficient existence. It's time to get smart, stock up on these essentials, and avoid the regret that comes with empty shelves and an empty stomach. 9. Canned beans. Let's talk survival essentials. If you're not stockpiling canned beans, you are massively underestimating your preparedness game. Think of canned beans as the all-star MVEF of your emergency pantry. We're not just talking about boring beans, we're talking black beans, pintos, kidneys, whatever suits your taste buds. Brands like Goya or Bush's Best should be taking up prime real estate on your shelves. Why? Because these small but mighty cans are packed with protein, fiber, and vital nutrients. They are the nutritional powerhouses that will keep you going when fresh food is just a fond memory. If you think you can skate by with just pasta and rice, you're in for a rude awakening. Without beans, you will hit a wall both mentally and physically. Your body craves variety and balanced nutrition, and beans are one of the rare foods that offer that without requiring refrigeration or having a short shelf life. Ignoring this staple is a surefire way to set yourself up for a miserable, protein-deficient struggle through any crisis. Number 8, rolled oats. Maybe you think skipping rolled oats is an option. Think again. Whether it's Quaker Oats or Bob's Red Mill you're tossing into your cart, make sure to stock up now. Rolled oats aren't just nutrient-dense, they're one of the most versatile pantry staples you can have with proper storage. They last for years and can be transformed into countless dishes, from a comforting bowl of oatmeal to hearty bread or as a thickening agent for soups and stews. But why are oats essential? Here's the kicker: they're not only super affordable, but also incredibly easy to prepare. Packed with fiber, rolled oats will keep you full and help maintain a healthy digestive system when other food options fail. Don't fool yourself into thinking that a stash of pasta and canned goods will be enough. While those offer sustenance, they're mainly empty carbs that can leave you feeling weak and sluggish over time. Rolled oats give you the energy and nutrition needed to power through tough times. So take this advice seriously and make sure to add rolled oats to your stockpile before you find yourself scraping the bottom of the barrel. Number 7, canned tomatoes. Hey folks, let's smash some myths about canned tomatoes. You think they're just for spaghetti night? Think again. We're talking about stocking up brands like Cento Hunts or whichever brand you can find. These little gems are more than just a pantry filler. They're the cornerstone of countless dishes and an absolute must-have in your survival stash. Picture this: fresh produce is long gone, and you're down to the basics. That's when these canned heroes come to the rescue. Use them in soups, stews, sauces, or heck, eat them right out of the can if you need to. Trust me, you won't regret it. Canned tomatoes are jam-packed with vitamins A and C, plus antioxidants that boost your immune system. They add a crucial acidity to your meal, something you'll desperately crave when everything else is just plain bland. Don't underestimate their value. If you skip out on these, you're signing up for a future filled with tasteless, nutrient-deficient meals. Number 6, dried lentils. Let's get one thing straight. You absolutely cannot skip over dried lentils. Why? Because lentils are an absolute powerhouse of nutrition. Packed with protein, fiber, iron, and essential minerals, these little legumes will keep you fueled and strong no matter what happens. Whether it's red, green, or brown lentils, these shelf-stable gems can last for years in your pantry. Trust me, you'll want a variety on hand. Lentils cook faster than beans, don't need pre-soaking, and can be whipped into soups, stews, or even a simple side dish in no time. They're the ideal solution for when you need a hearty, nutritious, and easy-to-prepare meal. If you're passing by the lentil aisle, think again. Skipping lentils in your stockpile might mean you're opting for a diet heavy on carbs, but light on the essential proteins and nutrients you need. And don't be that person who overlooks one of the most basic essential foods you can store. Secure your future and stock up on lentils before it's too late. You won't regret it. Number 5, spam. Think you're too good for spam? Think again. If you're dismissing this pantry essential, you're making a colossal mistake. Hormel spam is more than just a survival classic, it's a lifeline that you can't afford to overlook. For starters, spam boasts an incredible shelf life, making it an unbeatable choice for long-term storage. It's loaded with protein and fat, the essential nutrients your body will desperately crave when fresh food is nothing but a fond memory. I don't underestimate spam, it's far from being a relic of the past. This versatile food can be fried, added to stews, or even eaten straight from the can when you're in a tight spot. Spam is a calorie-dense powerhouse that will keep you going when other food options fall short. Neglecting to stockpile spam sets the stage for a serious protein shortfall, leaving you weak, tired, and vulnerable. It's a mistake you don't want to make. In a survival situation, calories reign supreme, and spam delivers in spades. Number 4, cornstarch. You might think cornstarch is just for thickening sauces, but that's far from the truth. This humble powder is an absolute game changer in your stockpile. It doesn't matter if it's Argo, Clabber Girl, or any other brand. Without cornstarch, you're leaving yourself vulnerable to culinary disasters. This isn't an optional luxury, it's essential. Why, you ask? Because cornstarch extends your food supplies by thickening soup, stews, and sauces, turning them into hearty, satisfying meals. Imagine trying to survive on thin, watery slop. It's not just unappetizing, it's demoralizing. But its usefulness doesn't stop there. Cornstarch is a lifesaver when flour is scarce, as it's crucial for baking. It's also a key ingredient in making your own baking powder, an invaluable asset when store shelves are bare. If you think you can skip stockpiling cornstarch, think again. Without it, your diet will become so dismal and lacking in nutrition that you could face malnutrition. Number 3, salt. Ever thought you could survive without salt? Think again. Whether it's Morton or Diamond Crystal, you need to grab this vital mineral while you still can. Salt isn't just about enhancing the flavor of your food, it's an outright necessity for survival. Imagine preserving your food without salt. It's nearly impossible. Your body's electrolyte balance depends on it, and in medical emergencies, salt can even disinfect wounds. Without it, your stockpile of food will be pointless. You'll face bland, tasteless meals, and before you know it, your body will start to deteriorate due to a lack of essential minerals. But that's not all. Salt can be as good as gold when the chips are down. It's highly tradable and can be bartered for other essential goods when scarcity strikes. If you're not stockpiling salt, trust me, you're setting yourself up for trouble. The time to act is now, America. Don't sit back and passively hope for the best. Add salt to your stockpile immediately or prepare to face severe consequences when you're out of options. Get ahead of the curve and secure the staple before it's too late. Number 2, ramen noodles. Now, you might be thinking, isn't ramen just cheap college farewell? It's time to rethink that notion. Imagine hitting the aisles and missing out on stocking up on Nissin or Rucan or whatever brand of these savory noodles you can find. When times get tough, these instant noodles won't just be a fallback, they'll be a lifesaver. Ramen noodles are an absolute must-have in your pantry for several reasons. First off, they are incredibly budget-friendly, allowing you to stockpile them without denting your wallet. They have a remarkable shelf life, meaning you can stash them away for the long haul. Preparation is a breeze, just add hot water and you're set for a satisfying meal. But don't underestimate their versatility. You can elevate a simple bowl of ramen into a gourmet experience by adding canned vegetables, a bit of meat, or even some shelf-stable cheese products. Without ramen, you'll find yourself facing bland, unappealing meals that offer little comfort or nourishment. So, don't make the mistake of dismissing ramen as mere junk food. Stock up now, or you might find yourself staring at empty shelves and feeling the pangs of hunger with no easy remedy in sight. Trust me, you'll want these noodles in your emergency food supply. 1. Ghee. Are you seriously skipping out on ghee? If so, that's a rookie mistake. Ghee is like the superhero of pantry staples, shelf stable, packed with healthy fats, and incredibly versatile. Brands like Organic Valley and Ancient Organics offer fantastic options, but honestly, any brand you can find is worth grabbing right now. Ghee is perfect for your stockpile because it doesn't need refrigeration and boasts a high smoke point, making it ideal for frying, sauteing, or baking. Plus, it's loaded with fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E, and K. These vitamins are not just great for your immune function, but also essential when fresh produce is hard to come by. Picture this, the chaos of survival sets in and you're stuck with tasteless dry meals. You're going to crave the comfort of a rich, satisfying dish, and ghee delivers that in spades. Don't set yourself up for a culinary disaster by ignoring this gem. Stockpile ghee now to avoid the disappointment of bland meals when everything else goes bad. Make a smart move, get your hands on some ghee, and elevate your survival game to a whole new level.